Hi. My name is Lenore Mizrahi Cohen, and I live currently in Brooklyn, where I was born and raised. I'm a mother of four, and I'm the founder of an art studio called Muse. I also work professionally as a fine artist, and I have done that for the last 15 years. Professionally, what I would highlight and mention is I've produced shows, curated shows, and also made my own artwork, and I've appeared in the last 5 years in 3 international Jewish museums, and just finished a show in Vienna in the Jewish Museum, which was really exciting. I worked as an artist, as I mentioned, for 15 years prior to this, and as a traditional person who also has a very rich home life, I always found it a little bit challenging to integrate my artistic life with my home life and naturally be present in both, because my area is not really known for its artistic and cultural events or hubs or galleries or anything in this whole world. The area where I live is very empty of that until I opened Muse. So having experienced having to basically invent my career path without any real kind of mentorship or guidance or framework or place to work even, it was always a struggle for me having to leave the neighborhood to come and work, and especially after I had my kids, using all my precious time even just commuting to where I needed to work and then coming back home. It just didn't make sense anymore. I lived in Jerusalem for a few years, and I worked in a space that was built for women artists called Studio of Her Own, Studio Mishelach, and it was like a really career-changing experience for me, because suddenly, instead of working in isolation, even in a rented space. So when I moved back to my own neighborhood, I, for a while, just kept trying to do what I had always done and work outside the neighborhood. It really just wasn't working, and I said, I've reached the point in my career where I've identified this need, and instead of being upset that it doesn't exist where I live, then maybe it's time for me to be the one to make it. So as I mentioned, my home life is very traditional, and it's a very big part of my life. And this influenced how Muse is run, because we're very conscious of the needs of a traditional Syrian lifestyle, and we try to accommodate and work around that. So for example, we won't plan and schedule events that coincide with the Jewish calendar events, because we know even approaching them, people will be too busy to attend, or it'll be too much of a pressure on them. And a lot of times, because that's who our constituency is, when we have our open studio events, for example, around the table, the discussions will be really focused on issues that are common to all of us, so that it will often include our lifestyle, heritage, culture, which is a really nice thing, because we often have multi-generational events where you have people from different perspectives being able to share and talk and think about these things. And that was very exciting to me, and a good reason to open the space, because also in my work, as you can see a little bit behind me, perpetuating and thinking and educating and talking about Syrian heritage is something very close to my heart.